All right, today I'm going to talk about the Kamikaze. Right, I spent a lot of time getting wrecked by this ship. You never see it. It drops torpedoes on you, and that's just that. You've been destroyed. You've been killed. So I wanted to buy it. I looked around, tried to find it places, couldn't figure out where to buy it. It was one that I was actually willing to cough up the money for. Now, come to find out, the way you get it is actually you go on like Amazon or something along those lines, and you buy the hard disk copy, the Firepower Deluxe Edition. All right, it's like 15 bucks. Right, I actually shopped around and found it for 8, but whatever you get, the gold alone is worth the money. All right, because it's a lot better than any gold you can buy out of the store. Then you get the Kamikaze, you get the Texas, and you get the Iwaki, I think is the name of it. Uh, but realistically, those ships are okay. But the Kamikaze is something else. Um, Now going into this match, where it doesn't seem like it's full teams. We got one, two, three, four, five, six, seven on each side. So, and there's only one other destroyer, and it's a Jaguar, which means he can outgun me. So I really don't want to get in a fight. So I'm kind of swinging over to the side, trying to just get a feel of the area. Uh, but yeah, as a destroyer, one of your first jobs is to, capture the area. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, I noticed that there's a battleship and a cruiser, right? And I'm wondering if that destroyer is going to be over here. I really don't want to mess with him. But I have an opportunity. I shoot at this Kirov. Then I notice he's turning, and I'm like, oh, well, those were some wasted shots. We'll just still do some blind fires and send them out there. And I start spinning around. I'm trying to hide behind the island, but then I'm starting to feel like, oh, well, this Jaguar is not going to show up. Area is still not contested. Maybe I can get out here and get some cleaner shots. Then suddenly I detect something. And it's the Jaguar. I call him out, of course. But then I'm about to zoom in. And I realize he's a potato. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's ramming into other people. So I decide to shoot some torpedoes at him. I mean, normally you don't want to shoot torpedoes at, destroyers. I get that. But he seems potato enough, he might just let it go. But I go ahead, drop my smoke, and trying to disengage at this point because I just can't outgun him. Plus, there's a battleship there, and there's a cruiser there, so I'm desperately outgunned. But then I get the death strike on Potato Man. All right, he's just done. So now I'm effectively the only destroyer on the team. If I could just stay alive, I'm golden. All right. Now this Kirov, he seems to be he's pretty good. He's ducking, he's dodging. So he's my main goal right now. Now one of my torpedo tubes got put out, so I've only got 2 up, but I let him go. So 4 torpedoes in his direction. And I'm still disengaging, trying to cover the distance, but I'm spotted. So I just want to get out of there. Don't land anything. He knows what he's doing, but somebody else took him down. So, since this Peter, I can't say it, the battleship dropped him. So now it's time for me to just move back in and capture the zone. Now they've almost captured A, so I've got to pick up the pace and capture D. Now I know they can't move as fast as me, but I'm doing pretty good. I've already got 15,770 damage done. I've hit 3 torpedoes all in that Jaguar, which dev striked him. So I'm doing pretty good. So now, back to primary destroyer function, capturing areas. Now, with the Kamikaze, you don't want to get into a gunfight if it's avoidable. I'm not saying don't shoot, but your torpedoes are where it's at. If you're tangled up with a destroyer there, you're going to have to shoot. I got spotted for a second there, but it only lasted for a second. looking like I'm about to be able to hit him with some torpedoes. Then he disappears, which he knows what he's doing. I'll say that about this guy. He's not incompetent. I'm just waiting for him to show up. I know he will, and as soon as he does, I'm going to send torpedoes his way. And there he is. Start sending them out, and I'm heading on to the next area. That one I got an assisted capture. Oh well. I'm spotted by the plane. Now, let me talk about this aircraft carrier guy for a second. He's kind of incompetent, right? There's one destroyer on the team, and he has me spotted. And he just goes on about his business. One guy gets to pop off some shots at me before he loses his spot, but if he would have stayed over me, the team would have probably killed me pretty quick, as long as they're paying attention. But he didn't, so now there's a destroyer, a Kamikaze no less, on the loose. It's the best, like, couple of bucks I ever spent on this game, man. I was buying the hard copy. It seems weird to buy a hard copy of a free game, but it's definitely cheaper than just buying gold. Now, of course, I dropped some torpedoes on this Iron Duke, and he saw a Kamikaze, or a destroyer in general, and then it disappeared off of his radar. So he just keeps traveling in a straight line, because, you know, that's what you do. So 5 torpedo hits and a depth strike. So that brings me up to 61,000 damage. 2 ships destroyed. Pretty wild. 6 seconds till capture, and then I'm going to move on to the next area. Now this furry taco over here, or furry taco, I don't know how you say it. I'm going to call him the furry taco. I decided to try and get in and drop some torpedoes on him, but of course he disappears before I can get it done, if I remember correctly. Let's see. I do believe he disappears. And I'm spotted again. Oh, and he disappears. All right, he could just keep me spotted at this point, but he doesn't. So he reappears. I drop the torpedoes in the water, and I start busting out of there. I'm spotted, so I don't want to stay there. And now I'm gone. Back around the corner, because even after the plane lost spot, somebody had me spotted, but this island gave me cover. So now we have 3 areas captured. All right, I've got 1 assisted capture, 1 solo capture, and 2 ships destroyed. I was thinking about calling out for intel, but then I decided, nah, I will just capture the area. I'll worry about the aircraft carrier later. I don't want to chase him down, but I know if he spots me for any extended period of time, I'm going to be hurting. Now, we've just snagged the lead, and they could take it back because, you know, they got 3 ships to our 4. So it's not like there's a huge disparity. But we are slowly creeping away from them, and I'm capturing this zone. Of course, got an opportunity to drop torpedoes. I'm going to do that. And he disappears before I can get my 3rd one off. But I go ahead and make the decision to go ahead and swing around, head back the way I came from, and go ahead and start eliminating targets. Because if I got 3 captures, I want to prevent him from getting, you know, C. And I'm hoping this will take him out. Hoping. There's another capture. So now we've got 2 solo captures, 1 assisted capture, 2 destroyed. And this furry taco is about to take my zone, and I'm not pleased. So I'm trying my best to chase him down, but I'm teetering dangerously close to being spotted. And so whenever you're looking at it, the white line, whenever you're in torpedo mode, shows the range of your torpedoes, and the blue line shows where you're going to be spotted unless you're behind cover. Now, 2 kilometers on every ship, no matter what, even if you're behind cover and in smoke on the other side of an island in a destroyer, you're still going to get spotted. That's just how it is. Now, I just got spotted, so I popped smoke. And he's done. So there's 3 kills. Doing alright. But I figure he probably dropped torpedoes or something, which he should have shot. He could have killed me in no time. And I was right. He dropped torpedoes. Now that smoke screen was kind of wasted. Didn't really need it. But now I'm seeing this Koenig over here. Remember I told you he could play at the beginning. He's still been ducking and dodging. Looks like this aircraft carrier's been harassing him. Now, whenever I'm looking at this, I'm trying to get a feel of what's going on. We're 2 versus 2 at this point. And we got 1 destroyer, 1 battleship on their side. Obviously me on our side. And then both aircraft carriers. And I'm in range, so I drop torpedoes. Try and zoom in, see what he's doing. Looks like he's turning, which of course is not good for my torpedoes, because with a 30 seconds or more travel time, little adjustments can make a big difference. Alright, so there's that next capture. Just doing it big. 3 solo captures, 1 assisted capture. There's only 4 zones, and you start off with 1 of them, so I recaptured 1 and captured the other 2. Or assisted capturing 1, captured 2 more, then recaptured 1 that had been taken away from me. So, and that's your main job as a destroyer. That's why we have such a lead. Even if I was to die right here, the beauty is the aircraft carrier might survive and we would still get points. Because he's unspotted and way, way off. And it's hard for an aircraft destroyer to kill another aircraft destroyer because of anti-air. Suddenly, I see that I detected somebody. Well, there's only 2 somebodies left, so it's got to be the aircraft carrier. So I'm watching this guy. All I got to get is 1 torpedo. 1. And I do. Alright, so that's 4 kills. Now we're cracking hunting. We're at 68,000 damage. It's just incredible. 4 destructions or 4 destroyed ships. And then here's Ryan. And I just dropped some torpedoes in the water. Now I'm going to head up closer in case he decides to start moving. I figure a suicide run is definitely appropriate at this point. Normally I don't suggest suicide runs. Obviously you want to drop from a distance, then retreat. But considering he's the very last ship and isn't very well equipped for up-close combat, this would be perfect. So now I'm spotted. Still out of range of his secondary guns, but I don't think I'm going to have a problem. And there's that high caliber, another dev strike, and a Kraken. Absolutely phenomenal victory. High caliber, Kraken, 3 dev strikes. Did 100,000 damage in a tier 4 match. It's just wild. Made 330,000 credits. That's just crazy. Of course, I always check my mission progress. And I got first place. 900 points over second. I got 5 kills. The rest of my team got 2 kills. So, that Pytor Vikelvny when he killed that cruiser. And then I guess the Emerald got a kill at some point. But the rest of the team, I finished them off. Just a phenomenal match all around because of this ship. It's beautiful. It's so well concealed. And then I got my commander set up with extended range on my torpedoes. And I've got it set up with extra concealment. So It's just overall, it's beautiful. I mean, it's a very simple ship. I got aiming system mod 1 on it. I wasn't running any boosters. It does have a camouflage, but it's a permanent one that comes with it automatically. Survivability is crap. It's artillery, it's crap. So, its torpedoes are amazing, but look at that concealment. It's 100%. You know, with 14,000 damage from a torpedo, you've got a 4.9 detectability range. Like, that's just tiny. That is the smallest one I know of. This is just one of the most amazing ships you're going to